Hola.
You don't even know what that means.
It means buongiorno.
I guess in a way you're right.
As with every way.
You ever... Hold on.
All right, guys. Bradley's walking in now.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
Oh, sweet.
Is it just me, or do you ever think about, like... I'm like, whenever I hear, like, languages being interpreted to somebody else, like, not in English, you know, like somebody interpreting French to a Russian person, I'm just like, how do they do that?
Yeah.
Like, they have to go through English to do it?
What are you talking about?
It's just, I'm always thinking, like, English, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody's speaking to you in Japanese, but you're using a translator,
Yeah.
it's just weird to me to think that there are people that speak Russian and Japanese, but not English. It's just,
Oh. Yeah.
it's just, you know what I mean? I'm always
Yeah.
thinking, like, in the English-centric.
Yeah, I guess.
That's my own personal biases.
Center of the universe type deal.
Anglocentric.
What's that?
Anglocentric.
Yeah, I mean, I speak English, right?
Right.
And I know 7 Spanish words.
Right.
So, it's just weird.
I can count to 10 in Spanish.
I can't. I can count to 6, and then I know cat.
Gay?
It's weird. I don't know what you just said. No, I'm just kidding.
See if I can remember this joke. Hold
El
on.
You're not
Verde
allowed to try to
Tigre.
speak
No,
Spanish.
so there's a French. No, it's French.
Oh, that might be worse.
There's a French cat and an American cat, and they're racing each other. And
I
the
don't
French
know.
cat is named 1, 2, 3. No, the American cat is named 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. No, yeah, and the French cat is named Un, deux, trois. Right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Who wins?
I have no idea.
Wait,
I have no idea.
I want to say cat cinque seis, but that doesn't make
Cat
any
to the
sense.
face?
Who wins?
I mean, that's the punchline.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the American cat because the French cat sink. Oh, how'd it go? How's it go?
Seis?
This is
Yeah, I
gripping.
can't remember. I heard it last week.
Where the hell's everybody at?
Now's not the time.
Were we late?
What's in your ear?
A minute or two,
Yeah,
yeah.
bud.
It's like inside of your ear.
Yeah.
It's
that's-
actually the opposite. It doesn't go in my ear.
No, but it's literally in your ear.
No, it's not.
It's not
my
in
ear.
your ear canal, but it's definitely
exactly.
inside of your ear.
Yeah, it doesn't go in my ear canal. It
Don't
just hangs
believe
out
your
here.
lying
It
eyes.
doesn't go anywhere. Like it hooks. It's pretty neat. It hooks like the top of your
This
ear.
man is not my president.
Okay.
Hello there.
Really comfortable.
You
to sleep.
you don't count.
So yes, that is me if I were there.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you got it.
So Megan needs to be watching on her phone also
Okay.
for the viewer.
I guess if that's that important.
I think it is. I think viewers matter. I don't understand Twitch. What's up, Brent?
All right,
hey,
so
he's
you
in
got-
red this week.
You guys ready for the question of the week? So here it is. So mathematically speaking,
Okay.
every single day, someone takes the biggest dump that anyone took that day. What are the odds you think that at any point in your life that person was you?
0. But listen, because I've seen what can come out of a human.
I refuse to accept your premise
That
that every day a singular human takes the biggest dump
of humans.
of all humans.
Of
Yeah,
humans.
I
That's just math. What do you mean? That has to be
That-
true.
There
literally-
can't be multiple humans who take the same size crap.
Down-
what are the
down-
chances
There are
that they're-
8 billion people.
We'll say tiebreaker.
How much
Thank
in
you,
size
Megan.
does crap vary?
I'll say that tiebreak comes
I did
down.
not anticipate this conversation.
I refuse to accept
Tiebreak comes down to weight.
And I would say also on the ends of the bell curve, there's probably not too many.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Like very small and very large. Most of them are probably in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
But some of them got to be on the very large.
I just hate this.
Yeah, but even on the very large
like
side, there's
like
still multiple.
who's out there laying multiple Chipotle burritos in a day?
Some people have some very bad diets.
You're right. You're right. They do. She says, "Okay, I'm here too."
I can't eat Chipotle anymore.
I don't want to do this.
How many Katie Courics does that weigh?
What?
Don't do this. Don't do this. You got it, Tony. You got to stop.
It's the international method for weighing
We got to move
weighing
this on.
poo.
We got to
Yeah.
move this.
It's a Katie Couric, yeah. It's made up by South Park.
Yeah.
Because Katie Couric is a person.
Like you genuinely don't think that that's ever been you?
We can't.
I have
we,
no
we
idea.
can't do this.
It's
You're gonna have to cut their mics.
It's got to be an
Stop.
American, first of all.
That's not true.
You think so?
Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's an American.
You think just like because sheer amount of food? Because
Yeah, we eat the most. I think we have the most, like...
I think this requires a little research because I don't think it's
I never wanna
strictly.
think about
Who would
this
have
again.
the most... like,
Can we talk about Helldivers?
what,
Please.
Do you
what
think it would?
causes big poo?
Please.
Is it fiber?
Well, I was going to say that was my next question because it's
we
not.
definitely need to move on from
You
this
think-
shit talk.
you think so?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
So, I mean, anything else? Anything else?
You literally shit talking.
I mean, Brent, I'll be honest. I don't even know who won Adepticon. I have no idea. I didn't even watch the reviews. Did you?
I did not see the.
Oh,
reviews.
yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, okay. So that's not
Who-
true.
who
I mean,
did-
there was the. I did see some of like the smaller games like Underworld and Warcry and stuff. But I
So Warcry's got another Chaos Warband coming out. Are they on stilts?
I don't know.
Dude,
I
they
don't
have a
know.
stilts fetish for that game. It's really weird. Have you ever noticed how many models are on stilts?
Yeah, there's a few. That's a chaos thing. Apparently.
It was Brandon Bedeville.
What do you
Valet. Brandon Valet.
What was he playing?
You
You gotta stop.
He was playing Tau, it looks like.
Nothing but chaos? Oh, the review. Yeah, I did see. Are they putting out new Chaos Marines?
Yeah, bunch of new chaos stuff.
Like new Marines?
No. Just new Chaos Lord.
I did see a Chaos Lord.
No, just new Chaos Lord.
I saw they had like Battle Force boxes.
yeah,
and
the
stuff.
two new Battle Force boxes.
But they're existing models.
Yeah, they're all except for the Chaos Lord. So there's a Chaos Lord in one of them, and there's a Chaos Lord in the jump pack in another one.
Oh, okay, so multiple like different chaos lords.
Just two. But yeah.
Yeah, it was just chaos across the board.
Yeah, it was nothing but chaos. Yeah, yeah. If on the 40K side of things, it was just Chaos Lord for chaos.
It's been pretty quiet on the 40K side.
They're just trickling out.
Well, they got they just released that new Kroot box for Tau,
Yeah, I mean, okay.
and they did Deathwing Assault.
Are anybody
last
actually
month.
going to play Crew ever?
This guy who won Adepticon did.
Did he?
Yeah.
The new Crew?
Yeah, pretty sure. It's Kroot Suit Riot is what the name of the list was.
Crew.
So
Listen, I'm glad that stuff's in plastic. I'll be happy when all the Eldar stuff's in plastic.
Yeah.
wait, did he actually play? Or is that just the name of his team?
New AOS Somatic
Yeah, I
didn't
just
show a
don't.
single miniature.
I didn't notice. I didn't see any Age of Sigmar models, and that's just strange to me.
Yeah, well, I don't think when they announced 10th edition
Did they not show
40K,
models?
I don't think so. So they showed a cinematic,
They talked a lot about
which
gameplay.
everything in the cinematic came to the table. But
right, and they'll do that for Sigmar.
yeah,
too.
yes, but
It's kind of cool. They're going against Skaven.
All right, I lied. He
They
didn't
definitely
do
showed the Screamer Killer or something along those lines. I feel like they showed at least one model.
everything in the Leviathan box was in the.
No, I'm talking. I feel like they showed the Screamer Killer model. Maybe they didn't.
What are you talking about?
Well, you know what?
Brent said they did show a model.
They
models. I
they
don't-
might have.
Talking about an Adepticon?
No,
Actually,
no.
when they revealed
when
10th.
when they revealed 10th
Oh,
before
yeah.
Leviathan came.
I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like I remember seeing something that was like, is that a Screamer Killer? But I can't remember.
I
don't
remember
remember
thinking the Tyranid Prime should have been like a lot bigger based on
Yeah.
what was in the
It was a big,
in the cinematic.
big
Well, and the
warrior.
lore, right?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, not really. He's just a big warrior.
Oh, okay. He's the one with wings, though, right?
Yeah.
It ripped the librarian apart.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, was it just a Terminator?
No, yeah, he wasn't librarian. He was just
Yeah,
Terminator.
the brain bug killed the. He like
Yep.
crushed the.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Which
Space Marine did not do well in that trailer.
He's also another thing. Yeah, they weren't supposed to.
Space Marine got a release date in September.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think September
Really?
9th.
Oh, that's
Unless
cool.
they push it back.
Millennia came out.
Did it?
Yep. Came out
Did you get it?
today. No, I did not. I've been playing Dragon's Dogma. But
Dude, it doesn't. Dragon's Dogma does not look good.
I've been having a blast.
Yeah?
I just put 40 hours into it.
I mean,
It's
like-
What's
literally
up,
40 hours.
Tex? I haven't seen you in a year.
Like,
It's not for everybody.
no, I mean, like, aesthetically speaking, it looks unpleasant.
In what way?
Like-
it looks like
I
Elden
thought they
Ring.
just announced it, Brent.
Except
yeah,
except more like aesthetically pleasing.
I don't know, dude. Like every trailer I've seen, like the people look funky, and like just like the
People look funky.
Yeah, like people's
You don't
faces
like
and
funky
stuff.
looking people?
Dude, it looks like
Are you sure they're actually people?
like-
yeah, no, like
Polygonal,
the,
you're saying?
like the player characters, their bodies are like disproportionate. Now that also might be because of the weird character creation thing.
I would. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I have not seen anything that makes me go, oh, I should try this.
My
Like,
character looks like who's the redheaded guy from Game of Thrones?
that doesn't help.
The
Tormund?
the Northerner.
Oh, Tormund.
Yeah, Tormund. Yeah, my guy kind of looks like him. Mm-hmm. Red hair. And
Yeah,
all.
I
It looks
just-
real cool.
I haven't seen anything. Brett, are you talking about for
Marine.
Millennia or
Marine.
Space Marine?
Yeah. But yeah, I just finished it.
Wait, you finished the whole game?
Kind of. There was a lot I didn't do. So
You
like,
just did the main story?
no, I did. I mean, I put 40 hours into it, but I also so I did a little
Is
bit.
it open world?
Yeah. So yeah,
Can they even make RPGs that aren't open world anymore?
I mean,
I don't know if they want to.
Disco Elysium. I guess it depends on what you mean by open world. Disco Elysium was an open world. That's kind of old. It's about 10 years, but I think it's 10 years. But like, if you're gonna do an RPG, you kind of want an open world. Being able to go in like any direction. Although this one's a little bit more constrained. There's a lot of like mountains and stuff, and a lot of like valleys, and you can't swim. So like you've got there's lore reasons, I guess, why. But
Why you can't swim?
yeah.
Water bad.
No, well, yeah, kind of. The brine.
The brine?
Yeah, it comes out of the water and fucking it eats you.
Oh, gotcha.
So
So it's just safer to not go in the water?
so no one goes in the water.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, you still drink it, but yeah. So it was a lot of fun. I played it. I feel like the game had a couple. I think the game itself had a couple negatives, which was like, first of all, there was the microtransactions, which was just dumb. There was no reason for them to be in there in the first place because like you don't.
Jake said there was a lot of microtransactions.
I've heard a lot of negatives about the microtransactions in that
not.
game specifically.
It's one vendor. Like, in total, I think it's one vendor in the game. And then, like, you use the microtransaction currency to get party members. However, if you get party members who are at your level or lower, they're free. And then you also earn the microtransaction currency pretty regularly in the game. I started out with 0 Rift Crystals. I ended the game with 2,500. So, like, I don't even know why they're in the game in the first place. Because they're not scarce.
to subdue impatience.
Yeah, really, that's it. And there's, like, cosmetic stuff you can change. But once again, they're like, it's not that
Micros.
expensive.
Eli, how are you doing, buddy?
No,
How are
I
you
quite
doing?
enjoyed it. The ending was pretty interesting. It's Capcom, so Japanese, and the true ending of the game, like if you play through and get the true ending of the game, it's defeating God with the power of friendship. So very Japanese,
Yep.
like just anime.
Dude, I watched
anime ending. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, he's talking about
I
Dragon's
watched
Dogma.
it
Yeah.
1 and 2, and that's basically the premise.
Yeah,
You just don't stand up. You stand up
That's-
to a bully.
that's,
It's really stupid. The interdimensional demonic clown. You're just mean to him. And he's
Yeah,
short.
There's
Chapter 2
literally
is
there's
really
literally
bad.
nothing good about it.
It's,
chapter.
have you seen the new ones?
No.
the
Dude, they're
first
not
one,
good.
The first one was really good. The second one,
With Tim Curry?
I enjoyed that one too for
Oh,
what it
man,
was.
I just-
But I'm talking about chapter 1, the newest one. So that one I thought was really good.
I didn't
The
care
remake
for
of
it.
the first one, and then the second one they
Second
screwed
one
it
was
up.
like an hour too long.
and they
First of all.
turned it into a big joke. I don't even know why.
Because
There was one truly horrific moment in it when he like freezes Bill Hader. I thought that was
Yeah,
a horrifying scene.
yeah,
And then they bully him.
yeah. talking
It's
about the very
stupid,
end,
man.
Yeah, it was very poorly done. It was very poorly done.
Have you ever read a Stephen King book?
Not all the way through, no.
They're like all really long.
Yeah, that's why I haven't finished one all the way through.
I've never read one.
I don't find them find them very captivating.
It's word vomit.
Well,
Kind of.
listen, there's a good thing they left out some very important details from it because
Yeah.
some of that stuff doesn't need to be on in cinema.
Yeah.
No.
The way you get out of the tunnels. Do you know?
Okay, listen. You want to
Do you
stop
know?
talking about poop, and then you're going to start talking
was
about
literally-
No.
I was literally about to
Like,
bring that up.
I'm just saying that it's in there. I wasn't going to measure it or quantify it
That's still worse.
by not going into those things.
by like than poop.
The poop conversation was well played out.
Okay.
I mean, it was well played out. I don't think anybody thinks that we should have continued that.
All right.
Oh yeah, Stephen King is not a balanced person.
So, some of his, I've watched. Have I seen most of his cinema adaptations?
Most of the movies are bad.
The Shining was really good. Also, that wasn't very close to the book at all. But The Shining was really good.
Really good is a stretch.
What's wrong with The Shining?
I think it was okay.
You don't like old films. That so
I mean,
if an old film is a 10, to you it starts at a 7.
I mean, I'll give you that. The Thing was like a 7.
You're crazy.
Dude,
I love The Thing, dude.
The thing's like a 10.
I
Thing
love
is
it.
like a
No,
10.
I
It's a
think
I
I think
love it.
for the day and age that it was made, it's literally the pinnacle of what it could possibly be.
The narrative in it is, I mean, the
It's-
effects.
it's
I,
very-
I think
don't-
I
the
think it
effects
could
still
be
aren't
done.
terrible, but
The acting was pretty poor though, from not from everyone, because there were actors in there that did a very good job.
who didn't you like?
I don't know the names of people.
No, that's fair.
So
I mean-
that's hard to say. But like Childs was good. McCready was good. You know, like most of the main people were good. But like there were some of like the edge characters
Probably
weren't as good. But I mean they weren't like AAA actors like
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
the main
There,
people.
I don't really know. I really enjoyed The Thing, and like that's got another scene like where they're chasing that first guy down, and he just like screeches. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
I also like how
when I first saw that, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I also like in the beginning how they're literally like the guys who are
The Finnish dudes.
yeah, Finnish. Thank you. They were
I think
like
they're Finns.
yeah. If you speak the language, it's literally
He
spoils.
tells you the whole plot.
Yeah,
The
right.
dog's a beast or he's an
Yeah.
alien or something.
Mhm.
What I really like is those old movies, like when they were looking down at the spaceship. It's just a painting. Like a lot of old Star Wars stuff was like that because that's just how they had to do. They didn't have CGI.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of the stormtroopers on the second Death Star are painting.
We're not talking about any of those ones because they're all very bad.
Which ones?
You said the last one they did was a prequel. That was terrible. And then
I can't get it. I every time I try to watch it, I can't find it.
I don't know why you're trying to watch it.
Because I just want to see it.
It's
I've heard it's horrible.
It's really bad.
I think
I'm okay turning the movie off, though, but not if I paid for it.
I think if they went back and redid The Thing, I think it has potential to be very, very good.
I think it also has
Dude, I don't
potential
think
to
any
be a lot
remakes are better.
Sure,
now.
you're right. You're right. But I mean, but what if it wasn't left in the hands of someone who is like, gonna put nonsense over the integrity of the film and adhering to the source material, which I cannot.
Do those people exist? The guy that did Dune has done a very good job. That French guy.
You would have to find someone who likes what's his John Carpenter. You'd have to find someone who's a fan of John Carpenter. That's what you'd have to.
Right, and that's what you have with
so
that. What's his name? The
same,
French guy.
It's the same thing with Peter Jackson and Tolkien. Like you'd have to find someone who's actually a fan of his work to do it. The issue is
they don't get fans to do stuff anymore.
Well, yeah.
Even the Marvel, the entire
everything,
MCU is not.
Everything is now a money-making machine, so they're not going to make it, and so that it's good like the old one. They're going to make it so that it makes money, and it's just not going to work.
I just don't understand why the two of those aren't one and the same.
Making money, because when you're making certain properties like.
Film
if
has
you're
more
going
than one
to make a movie,
also.
for instance, your movie's going to have an audience. So you want your audience to have the broadest possible, to be the broadest possible group.
Sure.
Right.
You want to draw in the most number of people to watch your film as you can.
So a lot of times that is relegated. So what that's relegated to like kind of appealing to the lowest common denominator, Happens in movies, happens in video games, happens in a lot of different medias.
Okay.
So when you appeal to the lowest common denominator, it's simply like, okay, so how do we appeal to that? It's like, oh, we'll just throw in a lot of gore, or we'll throw in a lot of sex scenes, or we'll throw in a lot of it's just how it works. So they eschew the story and stuff.
The
just
best
so they can
forms of
appeal
media
to-
are the ones that are able to blend those, which Game of Thrones did very well early on. Like, they were able to make it like where you could mindlessly watch it because there's a bunch of sex scenes, but like important things happened in a lot of those sex scenes. Like the concept of sex position, I mean, it's existed for a long time, but Game of Thrones did it really well. Like political machinations happening like during that Renly and Laura sex scene, right?
They did that in Spartacus too. Spartacus is phenomenal.
Spartacus is horrible.
Dude,
it's so bad.
God. Dude, so
When they carry her out of the tent in that first episode, it looks so ridiculous.
So I mean, the first season just had a really low.
well, it was ripping off
it just had-
300
yeah.
so blatantly.
Yeah, and it had low budget and everything, but like beyond like the first 3 episodes, the quality leaps exponentially and becomes so
It's just
much
so hard
better.
for me to get past it, man.
Dude, I because the plot and the intrigue, like you wouldn't. This is a House of Cards thing, like 100%, dude. Like if you made it past those first couple episodes, because like there's so many politics things going on. There's like backstabbing, lying. There's these underlying things that like you don't catch the first time you watch it, but like the second time you're like, holy shit, and like it's all coming together. It's so superbly
That's
well
true,
done.
Brent. That's true. There's a great meme about that. As like season 7 came around, like people watching Game of Thrones, like season 1, they're like, man, incest. I don't know if this show is for me. And then by season 7, if he doesn't clap his aunt's cheeks, I'm done.
I'm done.
Dude, it was really like that. People were like, they wanted it so bad. And you're like, it's so weird. Like,
The whole show was weird.
I will stand by some of it was like truly groundbreaking storytelling.
Storytelling? I don't know if it was groundbreaking
I don't know, man. It was
storytelling.
very good.
I don't know what
Very good.
I don't know what they necessarily did different than other.
Well, I mean, Game of Thrones was
Stories,
based on your actions mattered. The actions had consequences. A lot of media doesn't have that.
Yeah, and I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that's why it was so bad later on.
Until it didn't, though.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, they definitely drove
But
it off the rails.
again, but that's
And
that's
then
when
you-
they lost the source material.
And then you could also you can also I don't know. You could argue that because for certain characters, actions didn't matter at the end. They didn't matter the entire time. Because
Well, I mean,
it's one. It's
I'm
one
never
s-
going to argue that
it's
they
one story
did it
being
poorly,
told, so
or
it's-
didn't do it poorly. But I don't agree because I think that they would have done things differently if they had stayed on the path. I think those actions would have continued to matter. I get what you're saying, but
But yeah, that was probably like the first time they had that many perspective characters going through that many stories in one storyline.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
Yeah.
There were
And where a lot
characters.
of them mattered.
Right, right.
Like, it was important.
Like it cut around to a lot of places that all mattered.
Yeah, well,
well,
yeah,
they killed the main character. Like the main character did stupid things and died.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
Ned.
Yeah.
Like the title character.
yeah.
Not title character.
Bronn. Well, Bronn didn't matter all that much.
The kid?
Yeah,
Bran?
Bran, yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like one of the worst endings in
Yeah.
all storytelling.
Well, and then like they
He
Well,
he
what's-
missed a season. They didn't
Well,
put him in an entire season.
Arya didn't matter all that much either.
Hey, listen, hang on. She was able to kill the Night King with a badass
Yeah, that was
ninja
that
move.
was yeah.
She got
sure.
stabbed in the stomach and
Yeah,
jumped
yeah.
in dirty water and
Yeah.
was totally fine.
You got me.
She killed an entire house by baking them in a pie. I think she kind of mattered.
They were like, hey,
I'm being totally
I
facetious.
get it.
they were like, hey, Bran,
I understand.
you need to step up and become Lord of Winterfell. No, I cannot be Lord of anything. All right, well,
You're
how
gonna
about
be
how about
king.
king of the set of the fucking Seven
stupid,
Kingdoms
dude.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is? He
It's
says,
dumb.
okay.
Who would've
No,
better-
it's
Because-
worse than okay.
well,
He said, why else do you think I came? It's even worse than okay.
I mean, to be fair, after all, who has a better story than Bran?
I was just about to say.
Arguably anybody else.
Yeah, literally everyone else on the show had a better story than Bran. He wasn't in like a whole couple of seasons.
Yeah.
They literally skipped a season. He was
Yeah.
not in season 5.
That's what it was. Season 5.
Maybe was it 5 or 6? I think it was 5.
It was 5. It was 5 or
something
6.
Like, it was
not
something
it.
like that.
Yeah,
Not
it was later on because I remember at one point just skipping to him. I'm like, where has this dude been this whole
He
time?
like hit puberty while he wasn't on the show.
Exactly.
Like, it was just
It's just wasn't very good. But
Who has a better story than Bran?
No.
it was really stupid, man.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with Daenerys was.
You know what is really good though?
Her whole thing was.
Shameless. Shameless is
Shameless is very
I
good.
haven't
phenomenal.
watched any.
Very good.
Oh my god!
I will.
We just started, and I have to say it is something I never knew I was missing.
It's a good show.
Now for the later seasons, Hodor, that whole like
So
stupid.
stupid, dude.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
They tried to tell you why he says Hodor, and I guarantee you that's not what it is in the book.
Yeah,
Dude, that's like
So dumb.
that's one of the best scenes in the entirety of the series.
They also just kill the direwolves like in the blink of an eye right before that happens. They're just like, we need more money for dragons. It's so horribly done. I get the sacrifice. I understand that. The Hodor through time thing I thought was dumb.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think it's super cool. It's a very it's like a glimpse into like what magic does exist in Game of Thrones.
No, I don't. I guess I don't mind it's him saying his name is Hodor because the whole time he knew
Well,
he
he
was gonna have
doesn't
to
say
hold
his
the
name
door.
is Hodor. It's that
Well, no,
he's
his
so
name is Willis.
he's so psychotically fucked up that he
That's what
can't say anything.
It's all he
else.
says, so that's what they call
No,
him.
I get it, but that's why I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't mind Bran warning
Dude,
him and making him do it against his will.
I was like speechless afterwards because I thought that was so masterfully done. It was very.
That was the beginning of the end for me.
I can't lie. It's one of the highest points in the show, which should not be a compliment, right? But like,
No, I think the implications of it were fine. I think that they were heavy because he took over his body and made him sacrifice himself against his will.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like, it's dark.
yeah.
It's really dark. But the way I don't know. Game of Thrones. Man. The way they left out how they're all wargs and like, just doesn't matter.
No,
Like Jon Snow's a warg.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Arya wargs across an ocean and pulls her mother out of the water after the Red Wedding. Just all these deep concepts, right? Like, the warging thing is super cool. They leave all that out. Like when Jon dies, he probably just wargs into Ghost instead of Davos being like, "Black magic is evil. You need to use your magic to bring him back." It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Character consistency matters, and
Not on that show.
no, they don't care, man. It was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, but that right. Actually, we got on the subject about milking. Basically, like, you know.
God, I thought you were
Why
gonna go to the
franchises
Star
are-
Wars thing again.
No, Star Wars thing.
Yeah, where he milks the thing.
No.
Yeah, they also did that.
Completely different people.
Dude, I saw a clip
Completely
of it the other
different
day. They put like a moaning noise for that sea creature. whatever it
God,
was.
speaking
So
of
we milked it,
conversations
it's
that
like,
don't need to
"Oh."
continue.
What?
I said, speaking of conversations that don't need to continue.
100%.
Dear God.
That made it into production.
But everything we just discussed right here is why they should never do another thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's how we got
What
on
do
that
they do
tangent.
that's original anymore?
Nothing.
Absolutely. Do you? They actually just remade a movie from. I think it's from the 80s. Do you hear about the old movie?
What was it?
Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I heard it was like a disjointed mess.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. They had Conor McGregor in there playing the antagonist,
Which was just himself.
yeah, but basically he just played Conor McGregor.
Just Conor McGregor.
But yeah.
Oh,
it's like-
hell.
It had like Jake Gyllenhaal in it, I think. Like,
He was the
main
Roadhouse guy.
yeah, it's
The
so
Roadhouse guy.
like why are we remaking this movie? But yeah, once again, they didn't remake it because it was such a beloved cult classic. They remade it because of money.
So when I say remake it, I'm talking about like you are literally. I want the exact same film,
shot for shot, same film, same script,
Now, granted,
everything.
you can do
understand. They wanna
angles and stuff differently, and like you can
Sure.
upgrade things with like
They wanna
like
redo it.
CGI and all that.
Leave
But
it-
like
listen.
the script should probably be 98% untouched.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
like-
listen, it's just don't do it. Listen, movies used to be, they're not really are anymore, but they used to be an art form. All right? You don't redo the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't redo the thing. All right? Just leave it alone. It's a work of art. It's a masterpiece. They're not like that anymore, but now they're
This
just
is a work
But the
of
thing, like
now they're
when
just
you
roller coasters.
when you make a movie or something based on like a book or a video game or whatever, like I just give me exactly what the source material was. I don't want your take on it. Like,
Well, that's what they said when they made Lord of the Rings. They said we don't want to project like today's politics, early 2000s politics,
yeah,
onto these movies. We want to tell Tolkien's story.
yeah.
yeah,
Right? And I mean, I think they did that.
and they're like
There's a reason those movies are so good.
I
Well,
think
the
they
key-
are like the best trilogy that's ever been made.
Yeah. Well, the key factor there is Peter Jackson. You had someone making the movies who loved the movies and loved the source materials. Like that's the thing, right? When you have like you take some of these Marvel movies, they have like rotating directors. They just rotate.
No,
them
they don't
around.
care.
And you have multiple directors working on the same film.
Right, and
And
the
when
characters
directors
don't
get the
matter to
movies,
them.
there are like when the directors get to those movies, half the movie, if not more, has already been shot. Like all the action scenes are done by the time the director gets his hands on it.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
The action scenes.
Yep. All the action scenes are done. So he gets no
I heard
influence
that,
over any of that. And that's all Disney. I don't know. I can't speak about any other studio. That's just what I've heard about Disney. But like all like the major production stuff is finished.
Who's
by
the guy that
time
played
he gets in
Gandalf? Gandalf?
there.
I heard he almost went crazy doing The Hobbit because he just acted alone against a green screen.
Ian
Yeah,
McKellen.
exactly.
It was
yeah,
so much green screen.
Yeah.
What was that?
Ian
Ian
McKellen.
McKellen.
Ian McKellen.
I can't remember his name either.
I
I
wanted to
feel-
say Ian McGregor, and I was like, I know that's not his name.
I
He just
feel
said
like
Conor
I've
McGregor.
I feel like I've heard that before. Yeah.
The Hobbits were horrible films.
Yeah, and that's
They were not good at all.
And
but
that's
that
the-
was still Peter Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
you had
just
some.
although they were like, you got to make it 3 films.
Exactly. So that was the point where studio interference comes into play and ruins something that could have been fantastic. Like it would have been a great 2.5 hour movie.
You
They
could have
ruined
left
it.
the white orc out of it.
that was dumb. They were trying to recreate the pink orc from the trilogy. That's what they were trying to do. Like give like
Gothmog?
yeah, trying to give like okay, we're gonna do this.
I keep seeing this YouTube video that he's not really an orc. I don't know what he is.
I
but-
mean, he was a movie invention, but he also wasn't in the movies all that much either.
yeah, he was only in the.
He was in Return of the King, and he was also only in like a third of it.
It would, yeah, and he wasn't in the book, right?
No. He wasn't.
Yeah, but like the thing is, you just when you're that's what I'm talking about. Like when you're translating something from a like a medium like a book,
Yeah.
like it helps the screen to put like a face somewhere like Lurtz. Like I don't think Lurtz was a bad addition.
No.
No, it was
At
fine.
at
but
all.
Once again, he was also in the movie for like he had a total of like 10 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
So like that's okay. Like you can add like these little one-off characters and they'd give it a little bit more to give certain scenes and certain things a little bit more personality. That's fine. Movie an adaptation from another source material. It can't be a carbon copy from its source material. Some things are not gonna translate well from book to screen.
And that's fair. And
Like, you
and
can't do
I'm not blind of that,
Yeah,
right? Because like there are things.
There's a lot of things in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy that should not be on screen. It would be kind of silly. So like, they did it damn near perfectly.
Well, you can also take up. Tolkien does this. Takes up many pages describing a scene that you can just show in 2 seconds in a movie. You know what I mean? You could like do a pan, like a wide shot, and show like you know what I'm saying. Detail doesn't have to be described to you because you can see it.
Yeah.
The cool thing is,
Which saves on the time aspect, like
Right.
as opposed to like page after page.
But sometimes you have to add characters. So like Game of Thrones, when they were doing things really well, they added some characters to give perspectives you don't get in the book.
Sure.
Right, so Joffrey's not a perspective character. So like having him in scenes with just him and Tywin, you would never get that in the book. but it was a powerful scene in the show,
Yeah.
right? To show who's really in charge and stuff like that. So I'm okay with that kind of
Because
stuff.
Tywin was never a perspective character either, right?
No.
Did they lift dialogue from the books and put it straight into the shows? Or no?
Oh, yeah.
Did they?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And you know, they also added stuff. So there's like
that's
the scene where they're with Robert and Ned in the tent. I guess it does kind of happen in the book, but they elaborated on it in the show.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it builds a lot of character.
I just
and
want
I'm
to make
okay
sure
with
that
kind of
they're operating off the similar script though. Like
stuff.
this
They
is-
were, and you can see where they don't when they
Sure.
diverge and they create characters that shouldn't be there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like the prostitute from Winterfell, Roz. She's
Yeah.
not
Oh.
a character in the book, but like she shows you Littlefinger's inner workings and Varys and Joffrey to a certain extent. It just creates an element that you didn't get in the book.
It was kind of annoying for her to die like off screen, and you just see her
I
like
agree.
It's just weird.
Just showing you like, yeah, I get it.
Like I didn't the first
Same thing with Stannis. Why does Stannis die off camera? That's so stupid.
the first time I ever watched the show, I didn't even realize she died.
yeah,
Didn't even know. I might have like looked down to check my phone for like the 6 seconds it panned over her
Right.
body, and then looked up, and then just like never thought about her
Yep.
again.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, the second time watching.
Yeah.
So all right.
and she gives you some early Theon that you don't get until later in the books. Like you don't get a Theon chapter until he's already been like irrevocably changed.
Oh really?
Yeah, you don't get like when he takes over Winterfell, it's all his brand. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I think literally the first time you see him is when he's going to take over the Moat Cailin, I think.
I just can't listen
Could
to
you
the
move the mic
book.
closer?
It upsets me.
Am I not loud enough?
Mm.
All right. We got anybody watching right now? Just Brent. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. There's nobody in here. We're going to go to sleep. We'll maybe be back next week. Yet to be determined. But thank you guys for watching. We love you, and go Game of Thrones. See you later.